I won't be shaken out of my XRP position for a number of reasons. That does include how bullish I am on the project as a whole, but it also includes my strategy and my thoughts around how I navigate this market. So I'm going to discuss with you exactly what is going on. XRP has come down a little bit more since yesterday, so I want to discuss why that's happening and what I'm doing.
This video is based solely on my opinion and what I'm personally doing in this market. I want to also let you know that some of the links below are affiliate links, meaning I may earn a commission, but this will be at no extra cost to you. This content is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy sitting in his room. So for more information on this, head down to the description.
Right now, we had breaking news that Japanese real estate giant Open House Group now accepts XRP for property purchases. This is real world adoption right now using XRP. And like we've discussed here on the channel, over in the UAE, they already have or are using the XRP ledger for real estate transactions, which is absolutely incredible because they're not using any other blockchain or crypto, but they're choosing to use XRP. Now, with that said, guys, yes, the price has come down a little bit again, right now sitting at $2.85. My trade is now just below 3,000 XRP in the profit, but I'm holding this open because I want to generate as much XRP as I possibly can. And if I lose this, I'm okay with it because that's the risk I'm willing to take. Now, if you guys do want to trade yourselves and you want to use XRP as collateral, I have a link downstairs in the description to BYDFI. There's just one single day left to trade and earn and get this opportunity to win yourself some XRP. And if you do want to see if it will work for you, the affiliate link is down there in the description. Now, on top of this news, like I said, we got the price falling, but look at how it is falling. We retested previous support, we bounced up, we got rejected, we came down, we lost that support. We're now retesting the lower level of support, guys. And I want to remind you and show you something very interesting. You can go back on the videos over the past few weeks, and you know these lines have been here for weeks now. I drew them because of previous resistance and support, and it's so interesting how just basic TA can really dictate the future of what might happen. Now, it's not going to be an exact science, it's not going to work every time, but this is what we're seeing, all right? So even this breakout, right, from this, we've had this wedge pan, we broke out, this would have been the price target, and we reached it, right? So the reason I can stay unemotional in this market is, yes, I haven't taken profits from this trade yet, but I did take profits from my XRP trade over here, which keeps me chill. Right? I also have some other trades. I also have my spot bag. My spot bag I took profits from back here when everyone was calling me an idiot, right? And yes, it went significantly higher afterwards, but it doesn't matter because I'm taking profits as we go. When we hit euphoria, I take profits. It's just part of the strategy. I'm not telling you guys to do the same thing. It's totally up to you. But because of this, I stay unemotional in the market. And because of this, I have dry powder to reinvest when we have pullbacks. I can dollar cost average. I can stay relaxed. All of those things. Now, if you are a believer in XRP, that's great. Diamond hands might be the opportunity of a lifetime to just hold forever. Maybe that works for you. But for me personally, I like to generate cash flow so I can make decisions in this market. And also that's how I alleviate the stress and the emotion that comes with crypto, because nobody knows what will happen. Nobody knows if XRP will go to $10 soon or $100 or $1,000 in the long future, right? No one knows for sure whether or not that will happen. That's why when I trade with a small amount. I use money I can afford to lose, and I'll always hold a moon bag just in case my thoughts around XRP never hitting $1,000, just in case that's wrong. Because if it's wrong, I'll make so much money, but it keeps me very unemotional. And I know a lot of people don't like that, so we are here to talk about the middle ground, right? I'm neither super bull nor super bear. I think XRP can make me a lot of money, but I think from here it's about a 4x in this bull. And I want to remind you of something that happened not long ago. So even though the price action hasn't been favorable for XRP in the overall market, remember Truth Social, Trump's company, filed an S1 with the SEC to launch a crypto blue chip ETF that features Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Crow, and XRP, which is a huge push towards mainstream adoption. So all the while, yes, Bitcoin has pulled back, but Bitcoin's pullback is only to previous resistance, all right? And that is completely normal. We see this time in and time out. Maybe this is the bullish retest and we head higher, or maybe not. Maybe we have to wait a little bit longer, go through a little bit more pain here to finally wipe off all of the long positions that got in too late in this market. Maybe that's something we do have to wait for, or maybe this is the bounce. Now, I believe that Bitcoin is dragging down the altcoins. Now, the altcoins, of course, XRP is part of, but what's dragging down Bitcoin? Well, the overall market. The S&P 500 and the NASDAQ down between 1.5 and 2% on Friday. And why were they down? Because of uncertainty in the market. We have tariffs. We have high interest rates. We have a number of geopolitical things happening. We have the jobs reports that were fudged, right? We have all of these things happening, and this is making an uncertain environment for the market. I actually believe that the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ are due a pullback, and it's perfectly reasonable that they do have a pullback. And this will continue to panic the market. People will continue to panic sell, and then they'll continue to FOMO in once we bounce. I see the same thing to be happening for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin does bounce from here, or if it heads anywhere between where we are now and 100K, I think that that could be an opportunity for me to load up. And when it bounces, if it bounces, I think people will be FOMOing in much higher, just like they do every single time. Now, there's no guarantees there, but that's what I'm seeing in the market, and that's the same thing I would expect to happen. If Bitcoin bounces, then I would expect XRP to bounce, because right now they're very tightly correlated. We don't need Bitcoin for XRP, but we do need a risk-on environment, and right now, because of the macro situation, it's simply not risk-on. So on top of that, we do have the biggest Bitcoin ETF outflow, the second largest in history. Now, what does this tell us? Well, if we look back on the history, when there is large outflows, that's normally near the bottom. Why is this? It's because a lot of retail also invest through the Bitcoin ETFs, not just institutions, but also retail who like to use their brokerages. So that's what I see as not such bad news here. And like I said, if we can start to head higher, right, then I think the rest of the market could also keep up, and that would include XRP. So that's my thoughts and opinions around the market today, guys. If you do want to trade yourselves, we got 1 day left of this BYDFI trade to earn opportunity. If you want to check it out, the affiliate links are down there in the description. Please understand what you're getting involved in, do your research. But with BYDFI, you can sign up, you can use just your email address, and you can get trading, whether it's the spot market, the derivatives market, or you want to use XRP as collateral. With that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.